Hi guys, thanks for tuning in to another episode of Nuggets News. Today we're going to talk all about Altseason. The alts have been on fire lately and that money has rotated through Bitcoin into the alts as we spoke about last week. So I'm going to talk about how this all works. I've got a lot of questions coming my way. We're going to talk about the smart money versus the dumb money and how you can best position yourself to take advantage of this. I know you guys are enjoying these whiteboard style videos lately, and these are the sort of videos I do twice a week for our premium members. So if you're interested, head to nuggetsnews.com.au. But if you can't explain a concept to someone on the back of a napkin, they say you don't understand that concept well enough. So that's why I love this whiteboard to break down these difficult to understand concepts. So let's get into it. So Altseason, it's not a new phenomenon. It's been around since probably 2013 when this really started to be spoken about on the threads, when there was a lot of copycat coins start to pop up. And I've spoken about Aurora coin and others that I FOMO'd into back in the day and lost money and learned a lot of lessons from. That's then sort of changed from the copycats to more altcoins and some household names with their own fundamentals on paper. We then had the ICO craze and then the IEO craze on exchanges recently, and people were talking about the STO. So I'm going to get into the number of reasons why people always want to chase the new big thing, but it's important to remember that at the moment, speculation is the main driver. There are very few projects with their token being used in the real world just yet with a working product. So it's speculation that's driving these markets. And that is another way that the whales and the smart traders take advantage of the dumb money and the new people that are entering this space. But to start off with, let's look at the ETH BTC ratio, because Ethereum, it really was that largest coin to establish itself as a household name, a big altcoin, and get public awareness. So back in 2017, we're looking at the ratio of Ethereum to Bitcoin. Now, this confuses so many people. They think, is this the number of people buying Ethereum with Bitcoin on Binance? And I get all sorts of questions. But guys, this is simply the Ethereum price divided by the Bitcoin price. Keep it really simple. So if we go over to this chart up the top corner, if this ratio is going up, there's two things that can be happening. Either Ethereum price itself is going up in dollar terms, or the Bitcoin price is dropping. And on the inversely, if the ratio is going down and dropping, Ethereum price can be dropping, or Bitcoin can be going up. So that's all you need to know. Keep it really simple. But in 2017, we really took off, and Ethereum outperformed. We know that a lot of altcoins, became popular, and we had that first sort of big run up, and then we then had Bitcoin come back after we had the hard fork worries and whatnot, and Bitcoin regain a lot of dominance. We then had that big altcoin run into the summer, the ICO bubble and all that sort of thing. And then the bear market, we sort of saw ebbs and flows, but in general, money sought out the safety of Bitcoins, and altcoins that had gone up, 100-fold, money came out of them, and there just wasn't the fundamentals or any underlying value there, and money really got sucked out of all those altcoins. So that ratio fell as people sought out the safety of the king, Bitcoin. Now, the thing to note is that this ratio here has hit 0.026 a number of times, and this is a rough sketch of the weekly chart. Now, recently, we've just hit that again, and in the last couple of days, we've had a big bounce. So whether or not this could be the start of another really meaningful run, the jury's still out just yet, but everything's looking pretty good. That this is the start of a new alt season, and typically Ethereum has led, but in the past, Litecoin's led, Ripple's led. It's okay, guys. You can substitute out Ethereum for any altcoin here, and the same rules apply about the ratio and money flows and whatnot. So let's get into the differences between how the smart money versus the dumb money is playing this. The first thing to note is that whales and experienced traders are early. So when Bitcoin was going up, they've got in early. They've, whether or not it's manipulation, you want to say they push the market down so they can buy out more Bitcoin. We see the top 100 addresses have accumulated more Bitcoin. So when Bitcoin goes from 3,000 to 8,000, they're sitting on a lot of profits. And the traders say, okay, right, we can start to rotate out. Bitcoin has a huge market cap. So by only taking a small chunk of our Bitcoin and rotating it into an altcoin, we can push up the price in percentage terms a lot more and make a lot of money by only risking a tiny bit of our Bitcoin. So Bitcoin has paused at around this 8,000 mark, and some money has rotated into those altcoins, and the dumb money is late to the party. They're chasing the market, as I spoke about the other day. So since day one, I've encouraged people to own a lot of Bitcoin, and for me personally, I think a lot of Ethereum as well, but I'll leave that up to you. But too many people own no Bitcoin or Ethereum, and now Bitcoin goes up and they're chasing the market. Oh geez, I only own all these small cap altcoins, none of them are going up, and they rotate into Bitcoin to chase it at the wrong time. They're late, and then altcoins go up. So again, these guys were early rotating into altcoins, into the large cap coins, to take advantage of these price moves that we're seeing now. And the dumb money's probably going to rotate in and chase after those altcoins when they've just gone up, 100% in a week or 50% in a day, when the statistics are now against them. They're late to the party, and the big guys that were in early are probably rotating and taking profits. So these guys use math to their advantage. They're good at working out these ratios, and okay, if I just take a tiny percent of my Bitcoin and rotate it into this coin, I'm looking at the order book. They're experienced traders. They're good at math and these ratios and crunching numbers, whereas the new guys, they're so bad. They've got cognitive bias, unit bias. They're looking down the list and saying, geez, what coin is under $1? Geez, that's a cent. If only it goes to $1, I'll be rich. And they don't know how market cap works and money flows and ratios. So again, that is one of the big differences there. The next one is knowing how to exit, when to exit, and rotate. So there's a difference between these traders that are trading these ratios and pairs and altcoins to build their Bitcoin versus these guys that are chasing the market. They've got no plan. If something might go up a lot, they're sort of thinking, oh, geez, will it keep going? I realize that I have absolutely no plan here. Am I wanting to hold this for weeks or months or years, or should I get out of this because it's just gone up 50% the next day? So they have no plan versus these guys that know when to exit. The next thing is there's so much money to be made in crypto, but there's plenty of people that sold early. They, hear stories of people that bought Bitcoin at $1 and sold at $2 because they doubled their money. And unfortunately, the dumb money, the new guys, are trigger happy. They're not used to wealth and they don't know how to handle it. And another reason why people lose, even if you've been in this market for a few years now, there's plenty of people that haven't made money because they're chasing, they're getting in and out at the wrong time, they're trigger happy when they do sell, versus the whales that know how to hodl. And people often say to me, did you sell your Bitcoin when it went to 20,000? And I say, no, well, I've got my stash of long-term hodl coins that I've been holding for years and years. And they think, geez, it went down 85%. You're a poor trader, you're not a good investor. But whales and good traders know how to hodl. They are thinking for that long-term eyes on the prize, 100,000 Bitcoin, maybe $1 million Bitcoin 10 or 20 years from now as well. So they know how to hodl their wealth. Experience, and this comes down to all sorts of aspects of trading. And the main one is probably emotion. They've been through these cycles before. Crypto teaches you a lot very fast. Some stock traders go 10 or 20 years without going through a bear market. And you learn so much about yourself, about the market, that psychology that we really focus on. So that experience and being through this before, they pick up things like these ratios, technical analysis, fundamentals. When the mainstream media is saying one thing, they are not fazed by it because they've been through this before. And that's very different to the 3 Fs that the dumb money display. And that's when we see the friends, the family, and the FOMO all piling in. And they haven't seen this before. They're completely new to this. And they start to do their unit bias. They're late to the party, no plan. They're trigger happy when they make some money. All those sort of things. So the 3 Fs, keep those in mind as well. The final thing I guess I want to talk about is the large cap. So I don't want to give too much away. I've got my portfolio in my premium group and I've been telling them how I'm playing this. This worked out to an absolute T this week where the large cap coins are absolutely pumping, and that's where I thought the money was going to go to first. Too many newbies are just chasing low cap coins. We're talking number 100 to 1,000. And sure, there's 1 or 2 people that are going to comment below, well, I own coin number 300 and that's done pretty well. But the majority of those low cap coins isn't shining just yet. So that really does come back to fundamentals. And I do like certain coins, as you guys know, for longer term. I'm happy to be patient because fundamentals will play out eventually. But at the moment, the whales, the traders, the large institutional money, where is Wall Street going to go? It is going to flow to the large caps. It's going to mainly flow to Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then work its way down the list. And it's fantastic to help you guys be ahead of that curve. And I hope my advice, even just in the past week or two, let alone over the past couple of years, has helped you start to position yourselves and get your head around how these markets work, how these ratios work. So just be mindful that Crypto's volatile. It's going to go up and down. There's going to be days when some of your altcoins are absolutely bleeding, and that's when you are, going to be inclined to switch and be late and chase the other thing, and then the next coin that you just sold goes up the next day, and you feel you're missing out, and all these sort of emotions. So, guys, just be aware that crypto ebbs and flows, and then again, it's about that longer journey where over that sustained period of time, money's going to flow into all these coins, and if you're in the right ones, your portfolio is going to grow. There's going to come another time when there's low caps, when there's all the new friends, family, and FOMO spark up again, okay? So just be patient. As I said yesterday, if you're not good at timing the market, just sit back, relax, and know that if you're in good coins, your portfolio is going to grow over time. I hope you've enjoyed that video. Head to nuggetsnews.com.au to join our Facebook group if you want more of these. Otherwise, smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll talk to you guys again soon. Cheers.